Zone's pulling back towards him though. We'll get even more room there. I like that they're going up a layer just to change on over again. Still has the inflatable. Not as good as those ballers used to be so long ago, but just good enough to get you where you want to go in that last couple zones. Zone not going to affect them on the Storm Surge. That is L and Rise making their way all the way on through ahead of Zone, especially they can't Clicks and Day already launch padding their way on over, getting in the same box together, looking for any tags they can on the spare bow. Unfortunately, looking like spare bow may just go down there. Another launch pad may be placed as Clicks is looking.
It looks like they were just bullying that fight that was happening. We do see Thomas HD bully going down there in the feed. Clicks and Day hitting the launch pad, making the rotates, and now Clicks is going to be the main tarper here, but it's more of a combination. Duos, you got to fill all roles. It's not more specific, and it looks like Clicks is trying to get in the box. That's actually Day's teammate. It looks like that was Miro there. Not gonna actually get into the engagement. No, as I say that, they wind up finding him down below. Not gonna connect for the full elimination yet. Oh, and no, he does pick it up. Clicks and Day take down Miro. We lost Rise at some point there, and these guys get another refresh that they need. The Chug Cannon now is going to excel them through this game, and we see the rotates, height only, and Skittles all the way up top.
It wouldn't be fitting if you named yourself anything but that. Then you have to be on high ground. You've got to be there and just absolutely, I mean, dominating performance. Ascension is going down. Unfortunate Noisy trying to make their way on through, but Metal is going to be their downfall, trying to continue to chop on through that. They're just going to hit with Metal after Metal. Finally able to find a little bit of control there. Skittles and Hide Only again still up there. Bucky's still in this game. Booga making their way on the low ground. Gam and P-God still operating well as a trio. Only 2 eliminations up here for Skittles and company, but you know they want more.
Yeah, and these are one of those tough zones that pull back through some old builds, so it's hard to find those eliminations on the high ground. We see Jelty picking up Yamzo. Edgy is still alive, but he's getting focused by Skittles, able to escape that for the time being, but Edgy not going to get away for too long. Skittles looking down, knowing that Edgy is only building in wood. He is a potential weak spot. We see Booga picking up multiple eliminations. Staff dropping eliminations in the feed as well. These players are just eliminating and clearing levels as they go through. Look at exactly how close all these players are. Staff and Kanata on the front side of zone. Now we see DKS. He's lost Bad Sniper, but still alive and has the cabbages to play some heal game if he wants to.
10 of them as well. Can find some extra room in the zone if they so choose, as DK may be able to make this work. Again, every placement here matters, like you said. Beast King on the other side. They are going to get taken down. Is it going to go over to DK? It will. Going to find Booga on the backside as well. Chug Cannon. He's got to pick it up. He does. Drops it for the cabbages, though. Honestly, could have dropped the minis instead. Going to try to use all the charges that they can. Maybe find those cabbages again. I think getting into zone is the better play there. Hide Only says, get down, Elsa. This is no longer your movie to star in. It is mine. Macwood trying to pop a mech in the zone. Will Staff still there. We've got Stacky as well. Hide Only still remaining on the high ground. Does have the heal up potential there, but Macwood going up for the high ground, trying to take him on down. Will they get a shot on top of Macwood? Maybe they have the HP advantage. Chunk in it is going to go up. They're going to drop on down, trying to find Pinder on the low ground, maybe able to find something. No, dodging back and forth. The shot goes through. Staff and Kanata doing so well there on the low ground. Macwood heal off, maybe coming through on the high ground, but realizes I don't have enough time to pop that. I'm gonna have to try to fight them, and we said Chug Cannons are gonna be important. They've got 2 of them here on the low ground. Macwood drops on in. They don't even need the Chug Cannon. They just need a shotgun, and Macwood is gone. Still in this game, trying to get back up into that top 10.
Mappy came in FNCS, qualified with his trio. Now looking to do something here on NA East for Dreamhack. One of the players that is looking to make a name for himself this season and step up, really prove that he is more than just a consistent Heat qualifier, looking to prove that he can play at the top of the top. It's going to be a tough one here with 84 HP, not a lot to work with as far as heals, and he's got to make this rotate down south. We're going straight down these mountains, and everyone is going to be forced through all these builds. We'll see if he's able to make it. He does take a ton of damage there, Clay.
Trying to use that inflatable, just going to get sprayed on out. And when you're out of that, you have that little animation time, but where you have to be careful. And Flick just says, you know what, I'm full sending it off the mountain. And as a solo, we got a little freedom to do that. It does get out of the bull, get into the zone relatively quickly. That was a pretty great rotation there for them. But once you go down this mountain, we all know you're going to have to go up. So Flick has got to get prepared for that.
He does, and he still has the bull if he wants it. This lobby is quickly thinning out. We've dropped all the way to 30 players. Slack's picking up Thomas HD, G-Gen getting Queasy, Voil's gonna grab Tayson there. Lots of eliminations are coming through. G-Gen getting another one, as Agers is also getting an elimination. Commandment still in this lobby. Clay, you called it. We're going right back up this.
And look who's on high, and Skittles in high only. Name fitting where they are in the game. Look at Flick though, all the way down there, still somehow surviving, thriving. I don't know about, but will try to grab as many more points as they can. Running out of builds up top is Skittles. Only 20 remain, and that's not going to be enough for them to make it to the end game. So I wonder if they're going to drop down at some point to try to grab one of these eliminations and grab one of these refreshes.
This game's gonna end quicker than most. We see we're already down to 22 players in 7th zone. Sometimes we're seeing 30, 40 with Storm Surge taking place. That's not gonna be the case, but lots of elims are happening in that box as Rise and Miro take down Blake and Scoped in the box. We see Skittles putting down pressure from up above. D-Gen grabbing another elimination. That's on Flick. We saw he was quite weak. Now we're going right back. Not down the mountain, just still on top of it. And all these players are going to have to find a way through these old builds. We see so many duos still left alive and a couple of solos just navigating their way through here.
Scented and Commandment still up there in this game. Agers and Dejan still here as well. Aviv going to go down. LL2R2 is still here as well with Rise, trying to make something happen. Void will fall. Rocane gonna go down there as well. 5 eliminations here for L2R2, and Rise gonna sit on 5 as well. That is gonna come through, but Jelty prepared it, was waiting there. Elsa gonna take down L2R2 really, really low. I think I saw double chuck hit in there from this duo. 7 total duos remaining. All players left up are with a duo. They've all got to fight. Fatch and Pamchu trying to hold them off. Will get both of the shots. L2R2 gonna hit all the shots there. Rise unfortunately gonna fall for it. Fatch gonna go down. Pamso we saw just moments ago. Commandment and Sinted will fall. Dejan and Agers, they'll look at them all the way on the low ground. Skittles and Height only are holding it, but they're gonna have to start dropping as well.
They cannot have many materials left. We did see Miro jumping in. Agers and Degen are in a really good spot as this just continues to pull down. Jelty has no mats. He has to use old builds. He could make a desperation play for the zip line. He sees Slacks in the zone. He sees Miro. Oh, he's gonna go down. He gets picked up by Slacks. Degen and Agers cleaning up the low ground. Skittles has dropped down. Height is right there as well. Agers gonna take some shots. He goes down. Now it's up to Degen to make a play. He's very low HP. He gets the shots, but not enough. And now it looks like Skittles and Nut are gonna be able to claim this final game. Degen's on Height, but is it enough? And no, it is not. High ground to low ground, taking the dub here for Skittles and Nut.
Like trying to hold it off for now. This reminds me of those old combat shotgun days up near Polar Peak. You have a zone up here, everyone would be trying to fly up, and you just try to spray down with their shotguns because so many players launch pad so close to them. Surprised they didn't even try to go for that high ground attempt. Macwood there down below 96 Surge. One player is going to be getting hit. They're going to be getting hard, rather one trio maybe, as that's going to go down. It's going to be Stacey picking up some eliminations. I believe another European player going to fall there, and Deluxe going to go down now as well. L2R2 take him. That's going to be TNG's version though.
Lots of versions of the L2R2, and we do see Agers and Degen able to make it up that mountain. Tayson and Thomas were one of the first few. Macwood's trying to pop a flop and get himself in the zone. We do see he has the launch pad, but I don't think anyone's going to give him time here. He tries to hit the low launch. He's going to go down to Storm. He gets held by, looks like, the high ground team. We see Bucky get popped out of the sky. Bully and Slick are bullying this lobby, and we are quickly down to 9 players in this 8th zone. This lobby's been eliminated in a heartbeat.
That's what happens on these zone mountains. Booga went down. Macwood gonna go down. Knock came through. Hav will fall. Michael somehow over to make it. And look who it is. It's Degen, it's Agers. They're still here, but Thomas HD and Tayson as well. Michael looking to play spoiler. Agers really needs to get that elimination if they want to have a chance. Dropping on down. They're going to get taken down pretty low. Degen going to inflatable their way on into the zone. On top, of Tayson, but they're going to go down. Thomas HG going to try to help out with that elimination. Ager's still there trying to fight for any sort of placement, any sort of elimination to come through, but Slick and Bully are looking to put a stop to that.
2 duos, 2 solos alive as Agers is getting dropped in. Thomas cannot take walls. He doesn't have the ping to, but he can force pressure. They're running out of builds. Thomas trying to farm whatever he can. Elite right above him. Not going to get any shots off. Agers goes down there to Elite. It's a 2v2, v1 in this final zone. Down goes Elite. It's a 2v2 low versus high. They're going to drop them down. Slick gets dropped. No mats here on Thomas. He's got to hit his shots. The pressure is going to continue to come through, but who is going to win? Bully looks for an angle. Oh, but a big shot there by Thomas. Tayson pulls up on the high ground, and is he going to do it? Is this another moment for Tayson? He is.
He's got no match. He's got a shot though. He takes one down. Will he get the other one though? Slick up above does have the chug cannon. So does Tayson. I don't think it has any charges left though. No, we'll use one. 62 HP up to 77. Just enough match. Trying to go for the side jump shot. Will not be able to do it. Going for it one more time. Loses him there. He's underneath him. Is he going to find him? He does, but no! Not enough HP. Slick with 6 will find the victory royale there.
I mean, that's going to set them off pace here as we approach the last 2 games.
I see a lot of European talent as well alive right now. I just saw Hen, not sure if Chapix is with them there. I saw Cammy alive. There's a lot of players from the EU region who are alive in this end game. So maybe they'll be able to, you know, have a nice little clutch game here. We saw in the last match, Tayson almost ended up winning the match. So, I mean, that shows that even if you're playing with high ping, you can still do a very good job of getting a good placement in these tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, ping doesn't determine everything. It just makes it a little bit harder. But for Jelsi right now, he doesn't care where the ping is or how it's going to play out. He's going to position himself to find the angles there. Cammy's going to get big time punished. No elims come out of that, but still, the damage that was done is going to be one that's going to be non-repairable at this point as the zone is fully rotating out. Rise by himself here on the clutch factors, not going to find the tag that he needs, but that Parasite, man, just take a look at how it can affect your gameplay. It's so good for this end game kind of situation.
I mean, you can see how many mats he's conserving right now just by jumping through the builds. He goes so quickly, jumps so high that he was able to save a lot of materials on the rotate, and now he still has hard mats to box himself into zone. Problem is, 17 shield to work with, 64 HP. Rise is going to need a refresh here. He has to either find a solo or pick off one player from a duo, or it's going to get complicated. 92 below Storm Surge. He needs to do something soon.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, is that Storm Surge right there. That's going to be the extra factor he's going to have to worry about. He gets in the box here. He's not going to find the tags. He's going to get taken out, even with the Parasite. So proper defense from the opponents. But it's EU who is on high ground right now. Zazy and Andalex up top right now, representing for the EU community. I believe they're Frenchmen, so let me know, Chad. Is that France on top right now? Those are the boys there for Nut and Skittles, though. Our first place lead right now still up. I mean, they're running on low fumes here at Takata, but they're alive. It's endgame. They have placement.
They have placement, but what we know is EU is literally on top right now with the high ground and all. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they can hold it down for the rest of this match, but who we're looking at now here is Skittles and his duo, who do have the chug cannon, but they don't have any materials to work with. They get this refresh, that's going to be huge. And there it is. They have a bit more mats now, but there's still Sparebow in the back of the zone, putting a little bit of pressure onto them and actually gets knocked down at the end. Also see Bully alive here with Slick, our last game winners. This is already getting so intense, and we're still have a bit more left of this end game.
Yeah, there's plenty left here, and look at this. Christix is still alive here. He looks like to be a solo on the mid ground right now, working his way down to low. Angelet's up top, though. We get to see his perspective. This tack attack, putting in that big damage there. Nova Mikey's going to get taken out, and the full refresh there, too. He picks up the mask to go ahead and extend this tournament run. Sparebow squeaks out a top 10 there. That's not bad by any means. These are a lot of teams we expected to do pretty solid, making this end game here, showing up. But our top 5 teams are nowhere to be found outside of Saf, who is still cooking up here. So he might be working his way up the standings quickly now.
Take a look at that, though. Slick and Bully still alive as a duo. Bully getting cracked, though, now at 50 HP. Will they be able to get back-to-back victory royales? This would be crazy, but Andalix and Snazy, they were applying so much pressure from above. Bully gets knocked down, gets fully eliminated here. Saf is still alive on the low ground, but Slick has the chug cannon, heals himself all the way up to 200 HP. Now it's Slick versus Kanata and Saf versus the low ground or high ground duo. Monster, this endgame is going to be crazy.
2v1 situation. It's all going to come down to who Slicks wants to focus. He goes up for high ground for a second, looks down. That's a free siphon and a 92 tag up to Snazy. This gives the advantage to the low ground teams. Sap and Kanata can really play this into their benefit now if they continue to put pressure. You can see Snazy could barely even get off a heel, and there it is. He gets dropped into the box. These are not his walls, and he gets put down like that. And that's how quickly things can change there. Sap and Kanata with a 9 elimination low ground victory royale.
Wow, and what a game from Saf and Kanata. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's their second victory royale so here. Wow, there's one player that has to get eliminated. They've used all of their minis, all of their bigs, almost every single shot from the chug cannon. I mean, this is gonna end here. They're gonna get eliminated. There it is.
Yeah, one goes down,
and now Nut is left with almost no health to work with. One of them went down, leaving. Well, making Storm Surge go away, but now what are they gonna do? What is he gonna do?
Right, and that was like the decision right there. I was gonna say at this point, someone's got to just take themselves out. It just wasn't gonna happen no other way. And look at that. That was a full about 45 seconds or so, guys. Maybe almost a minute there. That all two players have to do is go down. But 45 seconds in end game, that is ridiculous. That is a long time. So yeah, it just shows you really never see teams successfully out heal that one.
Oh no, I was scared he was gonna get eliminated to fall damage there as he landed in the tree, but it looks good for now. He does have the inflatable cow. This is gonna come in very handy when he's rotating as a solo. He might even be able to make it all the way to the zone here while he's in the cow and then just build up a box and go to the next one. So there's still a possibility. It's gonna be difficult, but it's possible. We can see Edgy here also using a launch pad. We have Cammy here. Looking for a high ground position. Bumboy down low. I see Age and DJers. There's a lot of top teams alive right now, and this is just getting started here. First moving zone coming up soon.
Big knock in the feed, though. Saf goes down there. That's going to be a very crucial one. Let's not forget, they were the players contesting that first place slot as Miro starts to continue to cook up, and there goes the full finish. Down goes Jelty as well to your Seer. So the Latino community going head-to-head right now, and that's a painful one, too. Remember, these are guys that are in fighting chance for #1 slot here as D-Gen finds P-God. So again, all just massive exchanges right now, guys. These are players that are in highly competitive positions right now inside the tournament standings. On high ground, though, Edgy and Stretch managed to somehow pull something together here as, wait a second, Stretch is... Where's this teammate? Hold up. There's 3 individuals fighting for high ground right now.
And who will be able to take it? That is the question, Monster. The triple solo play for high ground Nut. It's on 1 HP. One more Storm Surge tick, and there it is. He gets taken down. Looks like Edgy was able to get the high ground there. Edgy and Stretch are going to have it. Now Macwood and Bucky, though, they're second high. They're going to battle for that high ground. They want that win. They know they need it if they want to get a very good placement in this tournament. But look at that. 5 eliminations on Miro. Rise here to 28 points. Only 40 materials to work with, though. It's going to have to pop a med kit, and he's gonna have to find a refresh soon, or that's gonna be it.
Yeah, it's that comeback situation now. This is where, Mero really tends to pop off. There's something about him being an in-game. Just get him here, and he tends to connect those shots when they matter most. For Edgy, though, Stretch here, you see the punishment coming through, the back and forth battle up on high ground. It's going to cost them a lot, but at least they are going to be able to heal and bounce back into this game. On the other side, though, we have Bucky and Macwood, who have given up that attack for high ground. Content on the mid ground now. They have to heal here, reset in full, and look at how close they are to the top of the standings. They're at 193 points. They're starting to close in now, but this is like the Macwood special. This is the Bucky special. These guys come in at the very end. They just tend to take victory royales in the final moments.
And I think they want this high ground. Even though they gave it up, they're playing close to that height because they want to keep applying pressure. They know it's possible for them to take it, and the high ground team might not have that much loot as they were battling it for so long, so they're going to go for it. But look at Rise here. Mero got eliminated, but Rise gets a nice little finish there. Upgrades to an epic shotgun here, taking down a Mozo. Now going to see if he can stay alive. 5 builds to work with here. Does have a good amount of loot to get a pick, though.
Yeah, that was his first elim of the tournament, but the most important one now is he's got the firepower to clutch up this end game here. This damage from the pump's going to come in handy. It's do or die now. It's all or nothing. There's a player behind the wall. Here goes the edit. He waits for it. 121, sits him down. It's the Vive, no longer alive. Those are points, though. That's placement. It matters for them in this tournament. On high ground, Mac with the well-timed med kit here. He's going to be able to pull it off. He is back in the game here. No mats But hey, he is able to form this tree here and play off of it. He's waiting for enemies to come do the work for him. Here comes a beautiful angle there. Nice siphon. He needed that Takata. He's still in it. He finds Flash as well. And now all of a sudden, he is really starting to find his groove here. It's a 1v1 situation.
Retook the high ground, got to eliminations without materials. Now in a 1v1, gets right into the boxes against Miro. They're both on one shot, but Miro ends up on top, eliminating Macwood. But
yeah, for sure. And let's not forget, Yamzo might still be alive here as well, who, again, he was inside that top 10. He does have a fighting chance here. Anyone that's inside that top's running, especially since those other teams fell out of favor. So many of them have fallen so early, but Skittles and Nut here, again, they're looking very comfortable too right now. Look at this mat count here, perfect for the rotate here, and they're on the dead side. They're going to be able to sweep their way around right now, find a little bit of a refresher as well. Remember, these material counts end up going a long way. That's another like 50-60 mats you get to pick up right there. So again, that's just stretching their position here, stretching their material count. It's perfect for this spot to be in. Sparrow and Felix on the other side doing the same exact thing, just playing smart here. That was a team inside the top 15. These are all players that, again, they don't give up until the final game is over. And it's going down right now. It's still happening. It's still unfolding.
Oh, and look at this. Bad Sniper building up right now, actually doing 90s, but meanwhile Nut wants to get it too, but another duo landing on height. That's 3 duos back to back battling for that high ground, and now Jerky looks like he has it. DJ and Agers, we can see them padding to the storm here, but Skittles, be careful as he gets cracked. Still has a lot of materials to work with. He cannot get eliminated now. Epic shotgun alongside a chug cannon and 6 minis. The loot for Skittles and Nut is looking so good right now.
Look at this. He's going to get off the layer, but he gets into another peculiar situation here. There's opponents left and right here. He's just trying to find his teammate. And yes, there it is. He is going to be able to get to Nut. I was wondering why he was moving up. It had to be to get to his teammate here. Otherwise, there was just so much risk in them being this high up, because when you're second height, you're normally the next one contested, but they want to win this last game. They know that they need a victory out to close the gap here. And if they can get a win, they can take it all home. But it's Agers on high. He's made his own solo play for high ground now, and he's going to go for the double crank, but it's weak. So he has to be careful here, but there it is. Degen's going to come in, support him, but Stretch sneaks up from behind him and punishes him as well. And all of a sudden, it is a back and forth here. High ground is not safe by any means. On the low ground, Rise is still alive right now with Miro. Skittles is also up too. They're all above the surge. So 3 teams right now in the running to be the champions here of the Dreamhack stage here, of the duos competition. Who is going to be able to take it home? Skittles and company looking up at high ground now. They focus Degen. They take him out here. That's a tag. Here comes the finish. Skittles, one more hit is all he's going to need. But hey, high ground's his, Takata.
There it is. Skittles actually getting that retake onto Degen. They're taking him out. Now Agers is left alone as a solo. That is such a huge retake from Skittles. That could be the tournament if he plays this correctly. What a nice cone there from Skittles. Now has the high ground secured with Nut. 280 points. If they play this out and get the victory royale, the tournament is theirs. But I believe Agers is still alive. He has a possibility to clutch it out as a solo. We see Iamzo there on the low ground alongside his duo. We see Miro, we see Rise. There's still so many players alive that have a shot at this #1 spot, and it's getting to the last moments, Monster.
I was gonna say, it's not over until Rise and Miro go down, though. They already have the point lead. They have the same amount of elims. They are just sitting so much better than the opponents here at this point, and they're starting to run out of materials. That perfect kind of end game that they put themselves in, this is it. It's now time to get down and dirty here. You have to start getting in these boxes. They're gonna have to commit to a fight at some point. Rise is gonna box one up, but he's completely out of mats here. The passive play working against them. Here comes the edit. They get 1. Can they get 2? Yes, of course they can. Miro is just that good. He's gonna get the finish up right there. Rise on the chase down too, couple tags, but he's got to get off the layer. He gets picked off from behind. It's Skittles who's continuing to connect here, and now backing up his teammate. Back and forth here between our #1 and 2 teams, and again, they are still up and running, so it's not over just yet.
Look at Miro. Look at Miro. 320 points. Skittles is at 301 points. If Miro stays alive long enough to secure a few more points, this could just clutch it up.
Skittles is down.
Skittles gets down. He gets knocked down. Now it's all up to his duo, Nut, who's on a battle in the high ground, but he gets eliminated as well. Now Miro with 323 points is clutching it as a solo, but he goes down in the top 5 spot, and Clicks now has the high ground with Day.
and it's Clixton Day who managed to go up to high ground, swing things around, and all of a sudden put them in contention for that top 3 slot. Look at their points here, 297. If you counted them out, you counted wrong here, as of course Day's gonna find the great angle here. That's a potential not to come in, but no, Crypt finds him first. The finish comes through the zone. Clix is gonna time the med kit here. Was it good enough? It's hard to tell. He started a little bit early. Vive on the low ground. You hear the chug cannon going up, and no, I saw the HP. It just didn't look like it was gonna be enough there, and Crypt wins the game out.
Showing on the ticker who took away first place, it's gonna be Miro and Rise holding out as a solo for so long. What an incredible performance, 326 points. But of course, Skittles and Nut performing like crazy too, 301. Clicks and Day actually jumping up into 3rd place after that incredible 2nd place performance. But my goodness, Takata, what a whirlwind of emotions that game was.